Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing my honest thoughts on what I think the Atto Free can do to improve this car. If you're purchasing an electric vehicle or you're just interested in learning more about the Atto Free, then keep watching. I'll share my experience and my insights after owning this car for 6 months. So here are 10 things I think can be improved about this car. So first of all, I'm new to EV, so this is the first EV I've ever driven, so I don't know much about one-pedal driving, but apparently it's good. And a lot of people who've driven other EVs would prefer to have one-pedal driving, which means the car will come to a complete stop if you take your foot off the accelerator. I'm kind of happy with the high setting, but sometimes I think it could be higher. So I think if they do I think this can be done in a software update, so it'd be good if you had more choices as to how much regenerative braking that you want with a car. So this car is a typical Chinese EV. It has a lot of warnings about things. So in my case, I don't really get a lot of warnings, but some people apparently do. But the only time I do get a warning is when I go for a roundabout and there's parked cars on either side of the roundabout. It'll warn me. It thinks I'm going to hit a car parked on the other side of the roundabout. Sometimes the lane keep assist is, although there's functions to turn it off, it'll pull you back into your lane, give you a little tug on the steering wheel. Yeah, and if you're on cruise control and you don't hold the wheel for 10 seconds, you'll get a warning. It's a very irritating warning, as if you're asleep, to hold the steering wheel. And there are ways to turn this off, but anyway, it shouldn't be that bad in the first place. So that's my take on all the warnings that this car has. I've had to install some gas struts in the front because this is so heavy to lift by itself. And now I've got my cables here, so now I can use the front with the struts. Without the struts, I was just getting so tired of lifting the bonnet all the time. It was so heavy. Some people want to know what it's like to close, and it's just the same as without struts. So it's just that to close the bonnet. Here's the charging port on the right side of the car, which is the wrong side of the car. It should be on the left side for Australia. So when I charge, I have charged at Jolt chargers or just council chargers, and they have curbside charging. So I have to get the cable from this port, and sometimes it charges all the way back where the sign is. So I've only got a 5 metre cable, so it won't reach. So so if the charge door was on the left side of the car, which would be the right side for Australia, it'd be much better. So I've also been trying these new seat covers, and I wanted to pick white, but this white is too white. So if anybody sees these seat covers and they want to buy them, I would probably recommend not getting the white because they're just too white. There's a grey of this model as well on AliExpress, and if you I think that'd be a better choice. But having talked about the seats again, we got this headrest here, which I find annoying because it sticks out way too far. So yeah, I think this should be adjustable. So that's another improvement they could make. And well, on this, we've got the carpet in this car is what I call very cheap quality, and it's very hard to get the dust out of. So everything gets stuck in the carpet. So I would think next time they could probably use better quality carpet, or carpet that's easier to clean. Another thing I know is that one of my friends has a Tesla, and he has Bluetooth locking. So all he needs to do is walk away from the car, and the car automatically locks. And I think that's a great feature, and I would like to have this on the next version of the Atto Free. Other than that, for a day-to-day commuter car, this is a great car. If you live like 150 or 200 kilometers from a service centre, and there's not many in Australia at the moment, So other than the things I just mentioned, I can't really fault this car, to be honest. It's kind of, yeah, I know a lot of people whinge about certain things, but I come from an IT background, so I'm used to fixing a lot of things that break. This car is a piece of cake for me, but if you're not computer literate or something or other, you might find it hard to understand that sometimes you have to start and stop the car or do some sort of things. However, like any vehicle, there's always room for improvement. So thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will do my best to reply. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and if you have done so already, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.